Start. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. City talk. With my man, Ron Carter. And my man, roll. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. With my man, Ron Carter. And my man,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of City Talk, the show of record on the CoyoteMan TV show network. I'm the host, Gerard Carter, and this is the host. And now we had the intro, so now the info. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. What's good with you?
You know what the night is?
You know, hey, we all know what the night is.
Monday Night Football.
That's right. Baltimore in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but
man.
We down in the Big Easy. You know what I'm saying?
I heard they took it over down there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, you know, like New Orleans, I got love for New Orleans, too. You know
When they said that in the French Quarter, all you saw was Ravens jerseys.
Hey, well, you know what I'm saying? We in the building,
Yeah,
you know?
we loved across the league, across the nation.
Yeah, you know? But they, believe it or not, down there, they like the Ravens, too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's just like, you know what I mean? Hey, you know, New Orleans is one of them towns when you go down there, you go eat good, you go drink good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Show love, huh?
Yeah, that's why they call it the Big Easy.
There it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Big Easy, you see that moon out there tonight?
Yeah.
It's almost full.
Almost full, you know what I'm saying? In some parts of the world, you know what I'm saying? Late on this evening or in the morning, there's going to be a lunar eclipse.
Right. That's going to be called a blood moon.
Okay.
The last one for 3 years, I believe.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I always like to see that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm all a part of the stars,
the wonders of nature.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, when I see stuff like that, it let me know it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
You know, sometimes, you think it's about you, but when you look out there, you see the sunrise, you say, or the sunset, you say, damn, this is, I'm just a damn...
Actually, the sun doesn't rise and set. We just turn around.
Yeah, we just turn around. Actually, the truth of the matter is the sun moves and the moon moves, but the stars don't move. So
they don't move.
No, they don't move. Like, if you was to follow the stars don't move. Like, if you was to follow that star all the way while it's still dark.
Well, they move, but the light takes so long to get to
it. Yeah, right. No, but I'm just saying, they don't. I'm just saying, well.
I know what you're saying, because longitude and latitude
I want to explain
exist.
to the people, too, like, if you was walking in a direction and you was to follow that star, you know what I'm saying? See, because the moon going to move, and the sun is going to move. But the stars, if you was to follow that star in that direction, it'll take you all the way in that direction.
Because that star is so far away from us.
Right.
Some of those stars, the light's not even there yet.
Right.
I mean, still. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just navigating the way how the Moors used to do.
Yeah, but see, they didn't understand that. They didn't understand that.
They did understand.
No, they didn't. They didn't have telescopes and everything.
Yeah, they did have telescopes.
They didn't have telescopes that to the point that we understand stuff now.
Okay. Well, all I'm just saying is,
they put like that. They were intelligent brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Longitude and latitude don't exist around the planet. We made that up so we could navigate.
But during certain times, that's why you get. Right now, we're in Scorpio. When you go out there and the Scorpio, the sign Scorpio's in the sky. All this is moving. Like in the next couple of days, we're gonna move into the next sign.
A different house.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we moving. This whole situation is turning.
Well, I mean, it's 12 houses. That's how the zodiac sign is set up.
Yeah,
and we move the moon will move in a house, the earth will move in a house, the sun will be in a house, Saturn, Jupiter, all that.
So that might be a little too heavy for certain folks, but
the Egyptians had that thing locked down.
Yeah, the Egyptians did too. I mean, the rest, like I said, people.
See, I don't believe they were human beings like we think. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they were like us.
Well, why you say that?
I mean, we still can't read what's on the pyramid wall.
Well, they did because a certain group of people went down and exterminated the ones that could read it.
I'm talking about we can't read it.
Okay.
And we don't understand what the pyramids are. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza, it lines up with Orion's belt in 10,500 BC. And when you look at the setup from an aerial view, it almost looked like it's a docking station.
Okay.
So
no, I'm not going to argue with that.
They showed you that that still was us though, because they showed you that on even Stargate. It wasn't nothing but the crafts we actually flew. So it's like the actual ship that we call ship that we think is like a UFO and all that stuff like that. That was something that we actually made on a place called New Pond that we now call Japan, right? Okay. But the original people actually did that. They have the pictures of the original people, the people that they see on those ships. They got pictures of them and they look just like us. It's just the fact that when you say we're not the same people, it's because of the fact is we've been messed with, hit in the head. We just not connected to ourselves anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take that back. We are connected to ourselves. There's just a lot of other people that's not connected. You know what I'm saying? When you got your phone and with the social media and
well, I mean that's a dual-edged sword. Everything's a dual-edged sword.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like if you saying basically you use your phone and social media to look into negativity or something like that.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just that people's plugged in somewhere else now.
Well, you're going to be plugged in regardless some kind of way.
Because even like the Native Americans, they what is that, when they did the peyotes and all that, they had out-of-body experiences then. And also, too, they communicated with the blanket and the
smoke signal.
Yeah, they did all that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we still had ways of communicating.
I mean, we evolved as people, but it seemed like we devolved because the Egyptians were so advanced.
They buried. They didn't want. They knew it was the house was going to be taken over, so they buried civilizations and technology. Like we just caught up to some of their technology. We just learned how to fly not too long ago. They've been flying, so it's like
that's why I don't believe that they're of this earth.
Well, I tell you one thing: when they actually have the pictures of the people that they actually showed on the ships, and this is actually NASA, and they look just like you, you know. So it's like that was the big secret. That was the reason why nobody wanted to expose anything, because you're supposed to be just a Negro.
Well, speaking of that, I know, like we were just talking about that earlier today with the Kyrie Irving situation and all that, and it was just like the asymatics and all that, but it's
anti-Semitic.
Well, thank you. You know, sometimes I mispronounce my words, but thank you, I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, it's like the brother, he was just saying like how like a certain group of people and all that, but it's just like at the end of the day, us as people of color, we done went from nigger to Negro to the Afro American to African American, and it's just like we've been called everything under the book. Why can't I get asymmetric Negro or black man or original brother of color?
I mean, you can always change your status and call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. But the thing is that term African American actually exempted the United States from ever thinking about paying black people reparations, because no Americans ever got reparations. Okay. You have to be a sovereign nation. So that was kind of like the big trick right there, because we American? You know, we didn't like being called colored, or because Mr. Frank down at the museum, he said a term. I forgot what year it was, but he said we was newly minted African Americans. We wasn't Negroes and we wasn't colored no more. And we were so happy for that. And he said as time went on, he was like, damn, they got us again.
Yeah, I mean, well, everybody else around the bubble, they
were sovereign people. The Sioux Indians, the Japanese, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even like the Hiroshima situation, you know what I'm saying? They even got reparations, you know? So it's just like, even...
it's funny because there's a guy named, what is his name? Something Smith. Jim Smith? Joseph Smith? He's running for delegate, and his commercial starts off with, if you vote for the Democrats, they want to give reparations to black people. I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you
started off the commercial like that?
Yo, like,
I said, I know who I'm not voting for.
Yo, he started, that's what he just said, just like that.
That was the first statement he made on the advertisement for him running.
Wow.
They know how to keep us, like, they know they know how to keep us fighting over nonsense, right? They know good and well that's going to push us once again to the Democratic vote, right? When you got people saying stuff like that, you're going to automatically, that's how we got Trump phobia and elected a man that has the what you call it, the nuclear codes that might have Alzheimer's easily.
Get your shot, man. Just get the shot.
So what do y'all think? What do you say we're going to do about the volcano? I think the best thing we could do about the volcano is make sure everybody got their vaccine.
I mean, you can't make this up, though.
Yeah, you can't make it up. I fell out.
Piggybacking on what you were saying about Kyrie, I really respect his poise and his willingness to lose what they say, oh, this deal, this, that. He's looking at it like, I got a pretty good life. I don't need anything else. You know, I'm sure the man has investments and stuff like that. But the one thing that really threw me when he said, they said, we want you to apologize. And he said, apologize for what? He said, I didn't make the movie. I posted it. Right. And they said, well, don't the people deserve an apology? And he looked at him and said, I'm not going to be silent because I'm not wrong. And I'm not alone.
Yeah, he did say that.
That's off to say.
Yeah, he did say that. But
and then Floyd
Mayweather, yeah, he jumped on it. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather jumped on the bandwagon and said, you know, not in a bad way. He was saying like, yo, Kyrie, like, I respect you. He was like, a lot of brothers. He said a lot of cats out here, they playing it safe or whatever. He was like, man, like, first of all, even what is the First Amendment right?
The freedom of speech.
So, I mean, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, once again, you know.
The First Amendment right is the freedom of speech, but what Kanye West and Kyrie Irving and now Floyd Mayweather, you know, these powerful black men are saying, are making the people think. That's what they don't want you to do. Right. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to do research. They want you to listen to them talking heads on the East, with the North, East, West, South networks, and they supposed to tell you what everything is. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's true. That's true. Do your own research. And that's what they are afraid of, because these men are enlightening not just black people. I mean, you know, because you got to figure in the 18 to 24, even the 24 to 35 group, they aren't as separate as our generation is. So they might have white friends, some of their friends gay, some other friends. But the thing is, for them to say, hold up, is this true? They want to know. And once you get that generation to pull back the, you know, Toto run back there and pull the curtain and see the wizard, the little wizard pushing them buttons, now they really lost, because I think they prey on the fact that once you get older, you figure stuff out. But the older you get, the less power you have, unless you're in a prominent position, and then they can scare you with your life. You got a bunch of young people that's like, nah, we know what's going on. Yeah. Why do y'all control everything? I mean, that's basically kind of what's being put out there. It's just like, you know, not the stuff where, oh, the cabal and they worship the devil. No. We're talking about when you look at the heads of a lot of these companies that are producing billions of dollars in profit and stuff like that. Look who's running the show. Look who's running the show. Look who ran the show. Look who ran the show. They pass it down. You know what I'm saying? And hey,
the thing is, what I don't understand is like, yo, like they saying, yo, come get your money, things of that nature. It's like, yo, like, you know, like even Kanye was saying, he was like, when he was telling them when they told him to come get his money from
they wanted the money in the bank.
Yeah, they was like, yo, he's like, I didn't do anything illegal. So it's like kind of like at the same time
they panicking.
Yeah, but this is the thing is like, but once again, here it is, like, you could do whatever, you know, like Emmett Till, things of that, Martin Luther King, things of that nature. Like, there's a lot of things, like I said, I'd have been called everything but the child of God. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And nobody never, you know, hey, look, it's just like, oh, get over it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, even Cube, they say even Cube even jumped out there and jumped out the window and said something crazy. And,
I know, that lady put that thing out there, boy.
Like Cube, like, out of all the people, it was like, right. and I just quoted that last week.
What you mean? Cube said what?
Cube was kind of like, hey, Kanye and them and Kyrie, they need to shut that down.
For real? Because
Yeah.
Cube always.
I didn't hear him say it, but
Right. Well,
I didn't hear him
sure?
say it. I didn't hear some of it online.
you know what? I didn't hear him say it out his mouth, but the video that I saw is, in reference to, people putting out what Cube did back in the day. They was like, yo, he said this stuff about Jerry Heller, and they did take it out of context because they said crew, and they kind of made it seem like he was dissing Jerry Heller and other Jewish people. I don't believe he was dissing anybody else, but it's still Jerry Heller's a Jewish executive producer, and he was talking about how he manipulated the NWA for his benefit.
What did they say that Cube said now? Because Cube has always, most of the time, been true to the people. So
they were saying that he was saying like more.
We gonna find it out because it's something that he walked back because he had put out a Monopoly board, and it had black people. It was on black people's back, and it was the big hats. They was the ones playing Monopoly
on the backs of black people.
Yeah, and under it said all we got to do is stand up.
And we'll knock the board over.
And who knows? I mean, like we're gonna have to find out exactly.
No. I'm getting it now because I don't want nobody to think I'm up here.
No. You gonna find Ice Cube?
No.
Don't pull that up.
Okay.
We gotta find out what Ice Cube said.
Okay.
Now we not making up with that.
No, that's not made up. No.
But as far as Ice Cube's rhetoric, we didn't hear him say anything.
Him said, but it was like that they said. But there's a lot of people right now, and I just kind of feel like nobody really, like I said, at the end of the day, I really don't care about none of this, honestly. It's just at the end of the day, I just feel like, us as people.
No, I really think it's important, though. It's important that this is happening. Because whoever needs to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, are you with us or are you with them? Who's with the truth?
I mean, that's all I'm going with anyway is the truth.
You know what I mean? And speaking of that, I want to talk about something that is going on in Baltimore City. We've been talking about the squeegee kids off and on. So they have a new squeegee initiative now where they are planning to pay the squeegee people not to squeegee.
I did see that. If that's the case, then let's start cutting a check. Like, yo, don't get me wrong. I'm all about the youth and everything, but some of these cats ain't youth. Like, I'd rather for you to pour that money back into that brothers that's just coming home that's trying to find a skill. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather for you to work with them, because think about brothers that come straight out of jail and they don't really have nothing to go to. They don't have a job to go to. They don't have nothing else to go to. And it's just like, yo, but we give it to pour money into a squeegee situation. That is just like,
I think honestly, the money should be put into education, or them trying to prepare them to have a career, to whatever it may be. But to pay them not to do something that's already illegal, I don't understand how that's gonna fix the problem.
I mean, yo, that's who's gonna pay for that.
The taxpayers gonna pay for it. I mean, some of the city council people have been on the radio for the last couple of days, and all of them was just like, let's just try it. They like, yeah, it probably won't work, but we got our back against the wall now. And another thing they said, they're going to pay them not to squeegee. They're going to be designated areas to squeegee. And then they said, motor vehicle occupant responsibility. What do you mean? So they're saying the drivers have a responsibility in this whole initiative.
You can't make that. Once again, like you said, you can't make this up. I did see that. I saw that on TV, and I was just like, this is crazy. So now, yo, you get a trophy. You get a trophy. Coyote, you get a trophy. Goddamn it, hey, give everybody a damn trophy.
But if you in traffic and I come and I say I want a squeegee, you got a responsibility. Like, you can't talk to me crazy. You know what I mean? If I put a law, put someone, you can't be like, yo, get off my car. You know what I mean? Like, so what is it gonna be? Police out there that's gonna be pulling up the motorists like, hey, you was ignorant to him.
Hey man, we got a real serious problem here. It's not just with the squeegee. Like on the real, if it's rotting at the top, then the body gonna be rotting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like for example,
you know what? I don't even think it's rotten at the top. I think at the top is just a lot of wishful thinking. Like like, man, I'm telling you, if we did that, that would be great. But that's not something that really makes sense in reality.
So I got the Ice Cube thing right here. Ice Cube ain't really like Ice Cube. I didn't think Ice Cube would say nothing that is crazy, right? What Ice Cube said is, I hate that my name was dragged into this drunks champs bull. Ice Cube wrote on Twitter, I don't know what ye meant by his statement. You're going to have to ask him. I didn't put batteries in his back. Please leave my name out of all the anti-Semitic talk. I'm not anti-Semitic, and I never have been. So it seems like Ice Cube is just on a level of, listen, man, I don't got nothing to do with this. I already dealt with this before. Keep me out of this.
Well,
Keep
you know
my name
you
off.
know you're immortal once you make a song. You know, and I mean, you make a song, you make a video, you post something online, you're immortal now. And we can always refer to that if you say something different. Now, if Ice Cube would have said, hey, I was in a different mind state back then because the things that was happening with the group, I just really felt like, a particular people were against me.
But what he's saying here is that what I was saying back then is still not anti-Semitic.
For those who don't know what we talking about no Vaseline for the record.
Yeah, so he's not really changing his position because he was saying back then that what he said was truth. It wasn't anti-Semitic, and he's saying that
it's about divide and
conquer
conquer because you let a Jew break up my crew. House nigga got to run and hide, yelling Compton, but you moved to Riverside. Like, I mean, you don't think that would be considered? I mean,
No,
now he said,
I believe it would be considered, but whether it is or not.
No. I'm talking about nowadays, 2022. If that song came out and he said, "Cause you let a Jew break up my crew." Now, if he said, "If you let Hella break up my fellas," okay, okay, but a Jew break up my crew.
But they showed that in the movie, though.
You can say if you let a black break up my crew. If you let a white wake up my crew, it's like, man, we gotta stop playing.
But the thing is, this is why I'm so happy this is happening, because it's the exposing, and it's a slow exposing. But the thing is, like I just told you, they are panicking because instead of being the powerhouse they are, and just they could cancel you slowly. You know what I'm saying? And it would be a better effect where it's not that shock.
Did y'all hear what's going on with Adidas? Adidas is struggling.
Yeah, you did tell me something about that. Adidas?
Adidas had ties to Germany. They're a German company, so they had ties to World War II and all, you know what I mean? So they had kind of got the lid on that. And I think Adidas had paid out money over the years and stuff like that.
I mean, like, they thought by stealing his designs, they was going to do okay. And they said that Adidas be lucky if they don't go bankrupt.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's not even just Kanye West supporters that are saying, I'm not going to support Adidas. Nobody was supporting Adidas before Kanye West got to messing with them. Adidas shoes wasn't like, unless you was a runner, you wasn't copping Adidas. To be like, unless they was the old school joints, you know what I'm saying? But the new Adidas, nobody was on them like that, just banging my outfit out.
And now the soldiers on the street don't want to see that on your feet. Yeah. If Kanye ain't attached to it, they not trying to see it. Whether they feel, see, this is the problem that they have created, and they didn't think it was going to go down like this. But now, see, a lot of people, little beast with Kanye is dwindling because this is a lot bigger than your little personal beef.
It's like you said, it's a bigger issue, is how do you get money and present poverty as past tense? You know what I'm saying? And all them ones, this, they might be like, hey man, this ain't right. I can't let this happen while I'm in this position. If I was the dude still on the block and I got an eighth, man, ain't much I can do. But they have an actual voice and they have money.
Yeah, I mean, the only ones I've seen step up so far was Floyd, Kyrie. Like at the end of the day, it's just like, and Kyrie don't seem to be destroyed by none of this.
He's not fazed.
Not at all. Nike took his deal. He's like, all right, cool. And the thing is, there was other people. It's just like, I mean, Shaq, Kenny, Charles Barkley, all of them was like, oh, he should be suspended.
Don't speak of their names. Like, thou don't speak of Shaq. And I couldn't believe that I heard such Negro spirituals.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I couldn't, like, and it was just like, yo, on a real seriously, even in that position, yo, this is still a brother at the same time. So just be quiet.
You doing the master's bidding.
Did you hear what Charles said?
The master sent them out there.
Charles said that if a man give you $40 million, and then Steven said something, I couldn't believe my ears. He said, they get to this. I said, oh my God, these Negroes then just,
Thing is, they are part of the media now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they can't just say what they want to say.
Just recently got $100 million. That was more than his contract ever in basketball.
That's what I'm saying. They are part of the media. They are there to push a certain narrative.
But just be quiet.
No, you can't.
I'm just
that's
saying,
your job.
No, I'm talking about just be quiet. Don't
you can't. That's your job. We need somebody to represent them to go out there and say this. We can't say that.
The thing, I've been lost. I met Barkley. He been lost me. Even when Allen Iverson was in the league, he called him a playground kid. And I'm like, well, damn, what, all of us playground kids? Like, he called him a playground kid. So it's
Barkley always seemed like he had some hater in him.
So, I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, like I said, hey, look, stop begging and borrowing now. Like we even said before, yo, go ahead, yo, Kanye, all them Kyrie, yo, you got enough money, yo, make your own shoes. Like, yo, we laughed at Stephon Marbury when he came out, and what's the name, the boy Harrington, they used to play for the, Al Harrington, they used to play for the Hawks. We laughed at their shoes, you know what I mean? The only person I ever saw in the industry wear the Starburys was Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? But, like, brothers was laughing at them, and even Stephon said, hey, look, if you cut my shoe open and cut a pair of Jordans open, it's the same material on the inside. So it's just like, yo, once again,
all the shoes come from China.
Yeah, but the mindset, once again, it's like...
It's even to the point where, speaking of shoes, Carl Kanai's son had made some shoes. And the shoes had started doing real good, and they weren't cheap. And he started, he wasn't outselling Nike, but as far as, like, he was outselling Jordans. He had people looking at his shoes more than Jordans.
Okay.
Nike went to China, and because the patent had expired on that, but they call it I think they call it a sleeve, where it's just a blank shoe.
What you say, the Carl Kanai Jones?
Yeah, I forget.
What year was that?
It was a couple years ago. I think they still sell them. It's the one, it's his son.
Okay.
Not Carl Kanai.
Oh, okay,
Still,
okay.
If you ever seen those shoes that got look like a star or something on the side?
Okay, yeah. I've seen those, yeah.
That's Carl Kanai's son's shoes. And Nike went and was like, no, we want to renew our hold on the patent. We willing to pay the money because we don't want him to get the sleeve.
But see, once again, like, yo, did he let them buy him out, or he just say, yo?
Nike got that kind of influence where they can go and be like, hey, we'll stop buying all your stuff if you don't do what, you know what I mean?
Because they did. They almost look like Air Force Ones. They did. I remember them with the star on it. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. Right. So, yeah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they saying that the Nets is going to pay $500,000 to anti-hate groups and all that. But it's just like, yo, damn, like, yo, when we go out here and get brutalized and beat, like, yo, where's the $500,000 at for that?
I mean, where's our money anyway that we're owed?
Well, unfortunately.
You know? And then that's the thing. The talking heads in the media, the ones, the black people, you don't hear any of them saying that because they know that they would lose their job. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, be secret. Build your money up and be willing to get fired.
Right now, I feel like, yo, you got somebody like Floyd, you got Kyrie, and you got...
Yeah, it's a snowball.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like at this point, I feel like, yo, they got enough money to where, like you said before, hey, yo, you ain't got to go out here and wear nobody. You go around the corner and get your shirt made. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with your fancy, your joint on that. I mean, why is that shirt better? Because it say somebody else's name on it.
That's right, man.
So but for years though, we've been running around. I don't know what that is because even remember once upon a time. Remember when you go to the skating ring and you might see Shorty with Riri on the back. Or, you know what I mean? They had yo, Cat's been having the ripped jeans, and you know a brother that could tag real good. He'll tag the jeans up real nice.
Right, airbrush it.
Yeah, and all that. Yo, and we had it right the first time. Yo, it's a joint that's on Netflix called Fresh Dress, and and they showed that like how we really pretty much we put our own twist of thing.
Oh,
remember brothers was taking the Nike check and they'd take like some old clothes or some old and they'd cut it and glue it. Yeah,
right, you cut your mother pocketbook up if she had a Gucci bag.
and put it on, and you did. You put it on there.
Hey, but think about it. Cinderella's and Charlie Rudo, they was responsible for a lot of the colors of ads.
Yeah,
We, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? My man told me that live in New York because they was having a battle thinking New York was one. He said, no, man, I got to be honest. He said, I'll come down here and visit for the summer. I'll go home. He said, everybody be like, where you get them from? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in Baltimore, I mean, black people in Baltimore too, Baltimore exclusively, but black people, we had that flavor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We are like the best and the worst. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because speaking of that, okay, you can go down Chuma's and you're gonna see some of the worst, right? Okay. But it's funny for the Democrats, which the election is tomorrow, everybody. So if you haven't voted, tomorrow is the day.
Did you get out there and do your early vote?
No, I didn't do it yet. But I know all the stuff that I want is gonna happen anyway. But
you still got to get out there and vote, brother.
No, you don't have to. That's your choice. That's your choice. You have the right to vote. You don't have to.
Okay, I ain't saying you got to, but brother, you gonna get out there. I don't even care if you go there and vote for what you really want.
It's not worth my time. I'm not voting blue nothing.
No, I ain't saying. Look,
everything that I want is going to happen. All I want is question 4. What's that?
Why don't you go up there tomorrow?
It's done. It's done. They already said almost 80%
well, at least you can say you was a part of it.
I've been a part of it. Come on, man. All right. Come on, man. But like I was saying, like I said, we got the worst down Chumas, but for the Democrats and across the country, they don't even want Joe Biden to come and campaign for people. Guess who they want to come?
Who's that?
Obama. Obama been running around the country for the last couple weeks. They don't want Sleepy Joe. You know what I'm saying? So look at it. I mean, the thing is, this is the white media admitting this. They was like, it's no other Democrat that is pushing voters other than Obama.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't red and I ain't blue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying at the end of the day, I kind of listen to what everybody got to say.
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to, I listen to the elephant and I listen to the jackass. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean,
honestly, a lot of what either of them saying is not making sense nowadays because the Republicans are just sounding crazy. Honestly, they sounded crazy. I mean, they
it's not all of them.
No, it's not all of them, but the ones that's
the extremists.
They the ones that are in position to get seats. You know what I'm saying? You got Herschel down there in Georgia.
Jamal Bryant, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a fan of or whatever, but he dug in his head. You ain't see that? You ain't see the joint? Oh my gosh, yo.
I'm gonna have to look at it.
Coyote, I know you. Did you see it? When Jamal Bryant got in on Herschel Walker.
What was he saying?
Oh my God!
What was he saying?
Watch it. Just watch it.
What was he?
Just watch it. But there was a lot he was
saying.
You
Jamal Bryant's a Democrat too.
But still, like what he was saying about him, it was just.
Was it the truth?
It was funny. Yeah, it was true, but it was funny as well.
Or was it true?
Yeah, a lot of it was true.
It wasn't Jamal Bryant's opinion.
No, it was true. The stuff that he was saying was true. The stuff that we've been hearing about him.
Okay, but he's saying it like it's factual.
Yeah, it was true. Like the stuff that he was saying about it,
it hasn't been proven that stuff is true.
I'm talking about like false, like the stuff that he said that's coming out of his mouth.
Oh,
he just mocked him pretty much. Okay. He mocked him, and it was funny in a preacher tone.
That's becoming of a pastor, huh?
Yeah, speaking of which, your boy got locked up again. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was the one up there, the one from New York. I think he got to some more business again.
Real?
The bling bling, yo.
Dang.
He's a wild card, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they brought him up on charges with that at the joint where he grabbed the chick and all that. So, I just don't know. Like, I mean, truth be told, like I say this all the time. Like, I don't care what you are. You could be Muslim, you could be Christian, you could be Jewish. I don't care. But you got to come outside them 4 walls. You got to come outside the church, the mosque, and the synagogue. You got to come out of that. So it's just like,
what you mean?
You got to come outside. It's bigger than just these 4 walls. You got to go out and really, say and touch people. You got to go out and
right.
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, once again, religion and politics have nothing to do with each other. They have nothing. They don't have nothing to do with each other.
Well, they are the same, one and the same.
No,
Yeah.
You know, how you figure that?
The church run the community. They ran the community.
No, what community?
It used to run the community.
Oh, okay.
And that's politics. You know what I'm saying? The politicians would deal with the pastors and stuff like that. It's still kind of the same way like
you
that.
said he come over there and convince him to vote for me.
No, he would vote for me, and then the pastor say, you know, the pastor might actually not say the name, but the pastor say, this is what, you know, we want, and, you know, this guy is doing it. You know what I mean?
That's how they got the That's how they got the eugenics thing on. What Margaret Sanger said, first I have to convince the pastors, and they'll sell the people into.
Yeah. And the pastors, you know, they get their money from offering. Like, you got to figure, boy, we are humans. I always thought if I was cruddy, I would move somewhere, I would join a church, because I know a lot about the Bible. I went to them schools. I would become a deacon, rise up in the ranks, become one of the head deacons, cause a rift in the church, because I know the pastor's business now. And I'm gonna be like, hey, I don't know if y'all want to keep staying in, because pastor over there, pastor such and such over there will miss, you know what I mean? And if y'all want to hear the real word, I'm renting the suite in the Hilton, you know what I mean, until I can get me a building and take some of his customers. I see it happening all the time.
So you said they play church.
I see it happening all the time. It happened in the church that I grew up in, and it was funny because once it happened, my brother and his wife still went to the first church, and my mother, but my niece and her husband and everybody, they went to the new church. So I said, ooh, you like that new dope. You know, and I said, oh, man, you used to that old dope, because that's what it is. You get your shot on Sunday. You know what I mean? Sometimes it lasts till the next Sunday.
Don't listen to G.
Some people gotta go. Some people gotta go to Bible study to re-up. You know what I mean? But it's, you know, you getting a little drug. You getting a feeling. And you giving him money.
It's daylight savings, yo. How about that, man? You know what I'm saying? We fell back, yo.
Fell back. That's what this. Yeah, we fell back. You know what I mean? But hopefully, one of us can score on that. Shoot, it'd probably be $2 billion probably tomorrow.
No, because I'm gonna win this shit tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Is it tonight?
Yeah,
no, multi-match is tonight.
No, the Powerball is tonight. It's $1.9 billion.
I thought it was tomorrow.
No, it's tonight. Tomorrow's the Powerball.
Tonight is the multi-match.
No, it's the Mega Million, and the Powerball is tonight. The Powerball is tonight. So go get your ticket. You know, what would you do with that kind of bread? You know what? You know what I do? Go look. You think I'm lying? Don't look.
No, because I know the multi-match is tonight.
No. Anyway, it's $1.9 billion, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? I know one thing. You get that kind of bread. Yeah. What?
No, I can't see the date on
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
I would teach the world how to sing in perfect harmony. And I would buy the world a Coke and keep them company.
There you go. Yeah, man.
You don't remember that song?
Yeah, that was what was that?
The Coca-Cola advertisement.
Yeah, it was. I forgot.
If I could teach
the world. Okay.
Yeah. 1.9. What is the cash option like?
700 million.
They said it'd be 5 something after federal, and then you got to get the state.
That's cool. I don't care. I can still 5 something. I mean, you ain't gonna mess that up.
No,
you ain't gonna mess that up. That kind of money, you ain't gonna mess up. And see, I'm not extravagant like that, no way. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a helicopter.
No, I wouldn't do none of that. No, I still want to be able to walk around and nobody knew I had that kind of money.
I just get a Tesla to drive by itself with.
It's crazy you said that. I saw a dude driving down the street the other day with his hands off the steering wheel. Yo was like, he had both his hands on his phone, like.
I told you I pulled up on that guy and I said, hey man, that one drive by itself, and he was like, yeah. I said, you don't be scared? And he said, shit, this drive better than I do.
Oh, nah. I ain't doing that. You know, speaking of which, Nas drop on 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, King's Disease 3.
How many King's Disease you gonna make?
I mean, hey, maybe he, like Thief Theme. Like Thief Theme. He used that beat a couple times. He must have really liked Thief Theme. For real. You never heard, he used that a couple times. He really liked that beat.
I think after the one he had, yeah, Jay-Z was on there. I wasn't really too into Nas anymore.
You talking about the Black Republican?
Yeah, after that album.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? But hey. good, good luck to Nas. Hope you get some sales.
Yeah. I mean, he always dropping the fourth quarter too. You know what I'm saying?
But where Nas at in all this discussion with everything? You know what I mean? I'm a little peculiar about certain artists' silence on this.
I mean, I guess he really just. I mean, I guess he ain't saying nothing right now. I mean, maybe let's go get his album. It might be on King's.
I don't want to hear your encrypted.
Sometimes you ain't got to say nothing, man. Like,
you do have to say something about this.
I say let your actions speak.
What actions you gonna do?
Let your actions speak.
What that mean?
Let your actions speak. Let your money do all the talking. Let your money talk.
Right, but what is? That's what I'm saying. The first thing to this is words.
I mean,
you ain't going to be like what you going do with money?
What you want to jump up and just say, "Hey, look."
I would say I would give my opinion because I look at Nas as an elder in hip hop. Now we all know where Jay-Z gonna stand.
Well, a lot of people ain't saying nothing.
That's why I said we were talking about Nas. That's why I said that.
Right.
But I said some of the artists' silence is a little peculiar to me. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather them be silent than say something stupid.
Well,
it's like
I would look at it like, the elders, they gonna come out stupid.
It's been some people saying some dumb stuff.
I'm talking about, what do you mean?
Oh, Charlemagne.
No. I'm talking about hip hop artists.
Lord.
I'm talking about hip hop artists. He's part of the media.
Yeah. Well, you
know what I'm saying?
Like out of all this, who you like to see step up and say something?
I mean, one Nas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, if you still putting out albums, you want us to buy them.
Right.
And you see where all of this is, this controversy comes. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what you know.
Maybe it'll be on, like I said.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it on the album because I'm not going to buy the album.
You got Apple Music.
I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to listen to it just hear it like, what did Nas say about it? I want, and I'm not putting Nas out there where like you got to say, but I want these artists to step up and be like, this is what I know.
A lot of people don't want to be in other people's beefs, and a lot of people don't want to go against a force like that.
Exactly.
And because some of them are not even on no type of level, and they'll get knocked off the level that they actually are on.
Nas own his masters. The man will never be broke.
But he got to go to venues, and there's other things he got to do. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying
Nas ain't got to perform.
They got a lot of things to
They teaching the class about Nas and Harvard. Nas got a Hennessy deal. You know what I'm saying? Now, all right, I might lose my Hennessy deal. But Nas, Khalees got married. He ain't got to pay her no more.
I know you probably think of homeboy like,
what?
Oh, good looking, my man. I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
That was the gift and the curse when MC Search got him all in points. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was wondering, like, why was Nas having to pay her that amount of money? Because he wasn't making music like that. But he got the same royalties as Billy Joel.
Wow.
He searched when he took him in there.
I do remember
he said, "Who get the most?" They said Billy Joel. They said, "Give him same." They said they looked at him and said, "What?" And he said, "He's too talented. We don't want him to go broke." Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we flew through this one. It's about time to go home and watch Lamar and the Ravens do their thing. Hopefully we pull it off. You know what I mean? We ain't got Mark Andrews today. And Bateman, he's hurt for the end of the season. So we got Duvernay, we got Likely, and we're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all next week on City Talk. It's Big Rod. And that's Raw.
That's all right, you know what I'm saying?
City Talk. Let's get it started.